What if I told you that the secret to living 10 years longer isn't in some expensive supplement, isn't in a gym membership you'll never use, and isn't in some complicated diet that makes you miserable? What if the most powerful anti-aging tool in medicine is something so simple, so overlooked, that most doctors don't even mention it to their patients? And what if you could start doing it tomorrow morning in less than 5 minutes with something you probably already have in your kitchen cabinet? Most people get this wrong. They think longevity is about what you eat or how much you exercise. But here's the surprising part. The real game changer is what you do to your body before you even eat breakfast. I'm Dr. Leonid Kim, and in the next 20 minutes, I'm going to walk you through a morning routine that, based on decades of medical research, could genuinely add a decade to your life. Not hype, not marketing, real biology. Stick with me because I'm going to cover 6 key insights that will completely change how you think about your mornings. And I promise you, number 4 is going to shock you. Here's what most people don't realize. Every single morning, your body wakes up in a state of internal chaos. I'm talking about something called systemic inflammation. Now, don't let the fancy words scare you. Think of inflammation like a small fire smoldering inside your body. Not the kind of fire you can see or feel, at least not at first. It's a slow, silent burn that damages your cells, your joints, your heart, and even your brain. Here's the surprising part. By the time most people hit their 50s, this internal fire has been burning for decades. And the worst part? The morning is when this fire is at its absolute peak. Your cortisol levels spike when you wake up. Your blood is thicker. Your circulation is sluggish. Your joints are stiff because your body has been still for hours. Most people get this wrong. They wake up, grab coffee, check their phone, and rush out the door, completely ignoring the fact that their body is screaming for help. They're essentially pouring gasoline on that internal fire without even knowing it. But this is where it gets interesting. There is a single simple practice that douses that fire. It improves circulation, reduces nerve pain, speeds up muscle recovery, and even protects your brain from aging. And I'm not talking about cold showers. I'm not talking about meditation. I'm talking about something far more specific. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal exactly what it is, why it works on a biological level, and how to do it correctly. Because here's the truth. Most people who try this do it completely wrong. They use the wrong amount. They apply it at the wrong time. They miss the most important step. And then they wonder why they don't feel any different. This changes everything. And I want you to get it right. Let's start with the science. But I promise to keep it simple. When you sleep, your body goes into repair mode. Your cells are cleaning themselves out. Your brain is flushing away waste through something called the glymphatic system. Think of it as your brain's overnight cleaning crew. Your muscles are rebuilding. Your heart rate drops. Your blood pressure falls. Sounds peaceful, right? But here's what most people don't realize. When you wake up, your body snaps into an inflammatory state. It's a survival mechanism. Your body floods your system with inflammatory markers to get you alert and ready to face potential threats. Thousands of years ago, this was useful. You woke up, a predator might be nearby, and you needed to be ready to run or fight. Today, there are no predators, but your body doesn't know that. So it still floods your system with these inflammatory chemicals every single morning. And if you do nothing about it, that morning inflammation becomes chronic inflammation. Here's the surprising part. Chronic inflammation is now recognized by the medical community as the root cause of nearly every major disease we fear. Heart disease? Inflammation. Alzheimer's? Inflammation. Diabetes? Inflammation. Joint degeneration? Inflammation. Even depression has been linked to chronic inflammation in the brain. This changes everything. Most people think these diseases just happen as we age. They don't. They build up, morning after morning, year after year, from this silent inflammatory fire that never gets put out. So the question becomes, how do we safely and effectively reduce that morning inflammation without dangerous drugs? That's where our morning routine comes in. But I'm not revealing the secret ingredient just yet. I want you to understand why it works first. Because when you understand the biology, you'll never skip a morning again. Now let's talk about something that doesn't get nearly enough attention: circulation. Your blood is your body's delivery system. It carries oxygen to every cell. It transports nutrients. It removes waste. It delivers immune cells to fight infection. Without good circulation, your body is like a city with broken roads. Nothing gets where it needs to go. Here's what most people don't realize. Your circulation is at its worst in the morning. Your blood is literally thicker because you've been dehydrated for hours. Your blood vessels are constricted from lying still. Your heart has to work harder to push blood through your system. Think of it like this. Imagine a garden hose that's been sitting in the sun, and the water inside has partially evaporated, leaving the remaining liquid thick and sluggish. Now try to water your plants with that. It doesn't work well, does it? That's your blood in the morning. Poor morning circulation means your brain gets less oxygen, so you feel foggy and tired. Your joints don't get the nutrients they need, so they ache. Your muscles recover more slowly from yesterday's activity. Your skin ages faster because it's not getting fresh nutrients. Your heart is under unnecessary stress. Most people get this wrong. They think coffee will wake them up. But caffeine is a temporary stimulant. It doesn't fix the underlying circulation problem. It just masks it for an hour or two. But this is where it gets interesting. There is a natural substance that, when applied to the skin in a specific way, dramatically improves morning circulation. It opens up your blood vessels. It thins your blood naturally. It gets that delivery system moving again. And it does all of this without the crash of caffeine, without the side effects of medication, and without any stimulants at all. Most people have no idea this exists, and even fewer know how to use it correctly. Let's talk about something that affects millions of people, especially as they get older: nerve pain. If you've ever woken up with tingling in your hands, burning in your feet, or that electric shock sensation running down your leg, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't experienced it yet, here's the surprising part. You probably will. Studies show that nearly 70% of adults over 60 experience some form of peripheral neuropathy or nerve discomfort. But here's what most people don't realize. Morning is the worst time for nerve pain, and it's also the best time to treat it. Why is it the worst time? Because your nerves have been compressed all night. Your sleeping position puts pressure on them. Your blood sugar may have dipped, which irritates nerve tissue. And your inflammatory markers are at their daily peak, which makes nerves hypersensitive. But here's why it's also the best time to treat it. Your nerves are most receptive to external stimulation in the first 30 minutes after you wake up. Your nerve pathways are fresh. Your skin absorption is at its highest. Your body is in a state of heightened sensitivity, which means treatments work better and faster. Most people get this wrong. They wait until the pain is unbearable, then they pop a painkiller. But painkillers don't heal nerves. They just block the pain signals temporarily. It's like turning off the fire alarm instead of putting out the fire. Here's the surprising part. There is a natural compound that, when massaged into the skin along nerve pathways, actually calms irritated nerve signals at the source. It doesn't just mask the pain, it addresses the inflammation around the nerve sheath, improves blood flow to the nerve tissue, and helps restore normal nerve conduction. I'm getting closer to revealing what it is. But first, I need to tell you about the most common mistake people make with this routine. Because if you make this mistake, you might as well not do it at all. This is the one I promised would shock you. And it changed how I practice medicine. We all know that muscle recovery is important. Athletes obsess over it. But here's what most people don't realize. Muscle recovery isn't just for athletes. It's for everyone. Because every single day, just by living your life, you're causing microscopic damage to your muscles. Walking upstairs, carrying groceries, even sitting in a bad posture damages muscle tissue. Your body repairs this damage while you sleep. That's why you wake up sore sometimes, because the repair process is still ongoing. But here's the shocking part that most doctors won't tell you. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that the rate of muscle recovery in the morning is directly linked to your lifespan. Yes, you heard that right. How well your muscles recover each morning predicts how long you'll live. Why? Because muscle recovery isn't just about muscles. It's about your entire metabolic system. When muscles recover properly, they release signaling molecules called myokines. These myokines travel through your blood and tell your organs to function better. They reduce inflammation throughout your body. They improve insulin sensitivity. They even protect your brain. Here's the surprising part. People with poor morning muscle recovery have significantly higher rates of metabolic disease, cognitive decline, and premature death. It's not just about being sore. It's about your entire body failing to reset itself each day. Most people get this wrong. They think stretching in the morning helps. And it does, a little, but stretching alone doesn't address the inflammatory environment that prevents proper muscle recovery. It's like trying to repair a house while it's still on fire. But this is where it gets interesting. There is a specific oil, a natural oil that has been used in traditional medicine for thousands of years, that when applied to major muscle groups each morning, dramatically accelerates muscle recovery. It reduces the inflammatory markers that slow healing. It increases blood flow to damaged tissue. It even has compounds that directly support the myokine signaling system. And now I'm finally going to tell you what it is. The oil is castor oil. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Castor oil? That's what my grandmother used. Or maybe, isn't that a laxative? Or perhaps, that sounds too simple to be this powerful. And that's exactly why most people overlook it. Because it's not new. It's not trendy. It's not expensive. And in a world obsessed with the next big thing, the most powerful solutions are often the ones we've forgotten. But this is where it gets interesting. Castor oil contains a unique compound called ricinoleic acid. This isn't found in significant amounts in any other plant oil. And ricinoleic acid is a medical marvel. Here's what it does. First, it's one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories known to science. When applied to the skin, ricinoleic acid penetrates deeply and inhibits the same inflammatory pathways that expensive prescription drugs target, but without the side effects. Second, castor oil is a potent circulatory stimulant. When you massage it into your skin, it causes a localized increase in blood flow. Your skin literally warms up. That warmth isn't imaginary. It's increased circulation, delivering fresh oxygen and nutrients to your tissues. Third, ricinoleic acid has been shown to have analgesic properties. It actually calms irritated nerve endings. Studies have demonstrated its effectiveness in reducing nerve-related pain when applied topically. Fourth, the increased blood flow and anti-inflammatory action create the perfect environment for muscle recovery. Your muscles get the oxygen and nutrients they need while the inflammatory fire is being put out. Here's the surprising part. A study from the Journal of Ethnopharmacology confirmed that topical castor oil significantly reduces inflammatory markers and pain in patients with joint and muscle conditions. Another study found that castor oil packs applied to the abdomen improved lymphatic circulation, a critical but often ignored part of your immune and detoxification system. This changes everything. And yet, most people have no idea how to use it properly. They either don't use it at all, or they use it completely wrong. Let me fix that right now. Here's exactly how to do this. And pay close attention because the details matter. What you need: pure cold-pressed castor oil, not the processed kind, not the kind with additives, pure, organic, cold-pressed, a small glass container, a towel you don't mind getting oily. When to do it? First thing in the morning, before you eat, before you drink coffee, before you check your phone. Your body is in its most receptive state. This is non-negotiable. Do it within 10 minutes of waking up. How much to use? About 1 to 2 tablespoons. Not a drop. Not half a bottle. 1 to 2 tablespoons is the therapeutic amount. Where to apply it? This is where most people get it wrong. They just rub it on random spots. No, there are 3 critical zones. Zone 1, your abdomen. This is the most important. Your abdomen houses your digestive organs, your liver, and a massive network of lymphatic vessels. Apply the oil in a clockwise circular motion. This follows the natural path of your colon. Massage for 2 to 3 minutes. This stimulates digestion, supports liver detoxification, and activates lymphatic drainage. Zone 2, your lower back and spine. Apply the oil along both sides of your spine, from your neck down to your tailbone. Why? Because your spine houses your central nervous system. The ricinoleic acid penetrates toward the nerve roots, reducing inflammation around the spinal nerves. Massage for 2 minutes. Zone 3, your joints and any areas of pain. Knees, shoulders, wrists, anywhere you feel stiffness or discomfort. Massage each area for 1 minute. Total time, 5 to 7 minutes. That's it. Less time than it takes to make coffee. The critical step most people miss. After applying the oil, you must wait at least 15 to 20 minutes before showering. Why? Because castor oil needs time to penetrate the skin and reach the deeper tissues. If you wash it off immediately, you're literally washing away the benefits. Many people apply it and then immediately shower. This is the most common mistake, and it renders the routine almost useless. Here's what most people don't realize. Your skin continues absorbing the oil for up to an hour. The longer you leave it on, the deeper it penetrates. If you can leave it on for 30 minutes to an hour before showering, even better. Frequency: every single morning. Not once a week. Not when you remember. Every morning. Consistency is what creates the compound effect. 1 morning won't change your life. 300 mornings will. Now let's clear up some confusion because there's a lot of misinformation out there. Myth number 1, castor oil is just a laxative. Fact, yes, when taken orally in large amounts, castor oil acts as a laxative, but we're not drinking it. We're applying it to the skin. Topical castor oil works entirely differently. It does not have a laxative effect when used on the skin. This is a completely different application with completely different benefits. Myth number 2, any oil will do the same thing. Fact, absolutely not. Coconut oil, olive oil, almond oil, these are all fine moisturizers, but they do not contain ricinoleic acid. They do not have the same anti-inflammatory, circulatory, or analgesic properties. Castor oil is unique. This is not interchangeable. Myth number 3, it's too messy and greasy to use every day. Fact, it can be messy if you're careless. That's why you use a dedicated towel, wear an old shirt during the routine, and plan your shower timing. After a week, it becomes as automatic as brushing your teeth. The benefits far outweigh a minor adjustment to your morning. Myth number 4, if I don't feel immediate results, it's not working. Fact, most people get this wrong. Natural healing doesn't work like a drug. You don't feel a jolt. What happens is subtler, less morning stiffness, better digestion, clearer mental focus, gradually improving energy, less joint discomfort over weeks. The changes are cumulative. After 3 months, you'll look back and realize you feel fundamentally different. Myth number 5, I can just take an anti-inflammatory pill instead. Fact, here's the surprising part. Long-term use of over-the-counter anti-inflammatories like ibuprofen damages your stomach lining, your kidneys, and your cardiovascular system. Prescription anti-inflammatories have even worse side effects. Castor oil used topically has none of these risks. It's addressing the same inflammatory pathways safely. This changes everything. Let me tie this all together and explain why this routine could genuinely add a decade to your life. Every morning you have a choice. You can let that inflammatory fire keep burning. You can let your circulation stay sluggish. You can let your nerves stay irritated and your muscles recover poorly. And over years and decades, those small daily failures compound into disease, pain, and premature aging. Or you can spend 5 minutes each morning putting out that fire, improving your circulation, calming your nerves, accelerating your muscle recovery, supporting your lymphatic system. And over years and decades, those small daily successes compound into vibrant health, mental clarity, physical resilience, and longevity. Here's what most people don't realize. Longevity isn't about one big decision. It's about hundreds of small decisions made consistently over decades. The morning is the most important window because it sets the biological tone for your entire day. When you start your day with reduced inflammation, your brain functions better. Your mood improves. Your joints move freely. Your heart works efficiently. Your immune system is balanced, not overactive. You make better food choices because you're not craving sugar to compensate for low energy. You're more likely to move your body because you don't hurt. You sleep better at night because your nervous system isn't inflamed. This changes everything. It's a cascade. One good decision in the morning creates 10 more good decisions throughout the day. One bad morning creates a chain of compensatory bad choices. The castor oil routine isn't just about the oil. It's about triggering a biological cascade that optimizes your entire system. And here's the surprising part. Studies on populations with exceptional longevity, people living actively into their 90s and 100s, consistently show that they have lower markers of chronic inflammation. They have better circulation. They have preserved nerve function. They maintain muscle mass. This routine addresses all of these factors simultaneously. This isn't magic. It's biology, and it's available to you every single morning for the cost of a bottle of oil. So here's my challenge to you. Don't just watch this video and think, that's interesting. Don't bookmark it and forget about it. Don't add it to your mental list of things I should try someday. Do it tomorrow morning. Set your alarm 5 minutes earlier. Put the castor oil on your nightstand tonight so you see it when you wake up. Apply it. Massage your abdomen, your spine, your joints. Wait 20 minutes before you shower. Feel the warmth as your circulation improves. Notice how your body feels different. Then do it again the next morning. And the next. Make it non-negotiable. Because your health is non-negotiable. Most people get this wrong. They look for the complicated solution, the expensive solution, the trendy solution, and they ignore the simple, proven, powerful practices that have been right in front of them all along. But you're not most people. You're still watching this video. That means you care about your health. That means you're willing to learn. That means you have what it takes to make a real change. Here's the surprising part. In 30 days, this routine will feel automatic. In 90 days, you'll feel a noticeable difference. In 1 year, you'll be a different person. Biologically younger, more energetic, less inflamed, more resilient. And in 10 years, you'll look back at this video as the moment everything changed. If this information helped you, if you learned something new, if you feel motivated to take control of your health, hit that like button. It tells the algorithm to share this with more people who need to hear it. Subscribe to this channel because I'm Dr. Leonid Kim, and I'm committed to bringing you real medical insights that can transform your life. No fluff, no gimmicks, just science that works. Share this video with someone you love, someone who wakes up stiff, someone who struggles with energy, someone who wants to live longer and feel better. Because health is contagious and we need to spread it. Leave a comment below. Are you going to try this morning routine? What's your biggest health challenge right now? I read every comment and I use them to create future videos that address what you actually need. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because I've got so much more to share with you, simple, powerful practices that mainstream medicine often overlooks, but that can change everything for you. Your body is the only home you truly have. You can't trade it in. You can't upgrade to a newer model. You have to maintain the one you've got. And the best time to start? Tomorrow morning. 5 minutes. 1 bottle of castor oil. A commitment to yourself. That's all it takes to start adding years, quality years, to your life. I'm Dr. Leonid Kim. Take care of your health.